try it, you know. So, bah. Oh, what's your issue, you know? Okay. So, we do indeed have books, though. I brought some out of my bookshelf. There's one I couldn't get because Healing has it. I lent it to Healing to read. But these, let me like go around with that because I have my headphones cable. These are the contenders. I know for a fact that I won't draw from this one because I drew from it for the horror page, but I still took it because it's one of my favorite books. Hee hee hee. A few I count as series, like this is a series, this is also a series. But that's fine. And the one that I don't have physically with me is called This is How You Lose the Time War. I'll probably draw from it. But we got so the Locktomb series. I only have Harrow's Knife because my copy of Gideon's Knife is at Antoine's place. But we got yes, Locktomb series. We have Locktomb series by Tamsin Muir. We have Yellow Face by Arif Kwong. We have The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, which is one of my favorite books of all time. Hell Followed With Us by Andrew Joseph White. The Foxhole Court and more specifically the All for the Game series by Nora Sakovic. And The Secret Story by Donut Hart. Hi, Helene! And This Is How You Lose the Time War is written by two authors. Give me a second. It's written by Amar El Motal and Max Gladstone. Let's read it. Novels, one of my favorite novels of all time. So yeah, that's the pile of books we got that I'm going to get stuff from for the page, for the spread. If I don't have enough from them, I got more contenders out back. But these are going to be the ones I probably do the whole thing with. But yes, I kind of just got them out to do this 5 seconds thing because you're going to just see the PNG from this other stream. But it's fun. It's cinematic. Here we go. Here we are. Okay. And here we go. God, it's so fucking warm here. I will continue to complain about the warmth until it leaves, because it is really warm. I know I said that already multiple times, but like the really frustrating thing is how much it's just warm in my room. Like, it's not that warm overall. It's just here, and I'm like, why? Leave me alone. Ugh. But it's supposed to still be warm tomorrow and then go down a bunch, so nice. Okay. So this was last week's spread, so it was Daredevil. So clear. Ba-da-bum, ba-dum. Yay books. Hey Antoine! I should be drawing at least one character, you know. From this. If you can guess whomst. Yeah. No. Yes. Favorite books. Here we go. Here we go. I was kind of tempted adding the Odyssey, but I think it's kind of like a cheat code because I haven't. Iliad and Odyssey. But it's kind of a cheat code because I haven't read them yet. But I just know because like it impacts so much, you know. We get someone liking bones painted on their face. He. Perhaps. Wait, I showed it, but you wouldn't hear yet. But I do have it with me. Here we go. Or not liking living amongst bones. Lol. Yeah, I mean, it just was a book series, so you know. Good guess. What am I going to start with, though? I can start with the Foxhole quote, because that's something I've drawn from a few times. No, this is this. I also have found a digital version online on Harrow, and I shall read it one day if I don't see you before. Very valid, yes. God, I really want to get at some point. At some point I need to get it. Nuna, and then we'll be all good for when Alecto comes out, whenever that is. Probably in a long time. Because what is Tamsin? Because I know Tamsin Muir is working on stuff, but I don't remember for what she's writing right now. Oh yes, she's going to write for Love, Death and Robots. She wrote for it, I think, and she's going to continue to write for it. That's what she's working on. Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's kind of funny to think about this. One of my anatomy teachers was a character designer for Love, Death and Robots. So you can do the like 2 peoples away thing. So technically 2 peoples away from one person away from Tamsin Muir. If I had contact with that guy still. Also believe we have a new season coming up in a few days. Yeah, I think that's what she worked on. That would have made sense at least. I haven't watched season. I think I only watched season 1. I'm not that interested in watching the rest. I know there's some really good apps and stuff. I'm just not. I don't know. Some stuff is cool. Some stuff is less cool. I have a hard time with like shows like that where the episodes aren't really linked up to care about the entire thing. If that makes sense. Fair enough, you summed it up. Some apps are really meant, some are incredible. Yeah, exactly. So it makes it kind of hard for me to like care about a show when there's no really continuity. But I understand why so many people love it, so. Because some of the CFs are really, really cool. But yeah, that teacher that we had that worked. Are you a bit or completely sick? But in both cases, still a little bit for sure. it's the end of it that's like trailing along kind of thing, which is always annoying. Thank you for the pet pat. Yeah, for that teacher it was kind of funny because the guy was kind of known into school as being really like severe and stuff, which I never thought really was. I think people were just being a bit like annoying about it, because the thing was, he wasn't that like severe or anything. He had a class that was very like, you get it right or you get it wrong. You don't really have like room for interpretation. Like if you don't put the bones in the right part of the body, you didn't put the bone in the right part of the body. You know what I mean? If you drew the muscle wrong, you drew the muscle wrong. Like there's no really margin for error in that kind of thing. And he was a bit like just not overly joyous all the time. Like he was just a bit like deadpan a lot of the time. And so people were like, he's so serious, so like strict. He wasn't. He was just not giving a feedback with a big smile. So I think that's what people had a hard time with. But it was very funny because he had that very like strict and stuff persona. But the dude also, we didn't found it, but like we followed him on Instagram because of course, like a lot of teachers, you would like find them on social media to see their art and stuff. Like that makes, because they were all like artists. So that made sense, right? It's not like a weird thing. It's just like you follow your teacher because you're like, I really want to see what he does arts-wise, you know? And his Instagram was so like cute, and not the art, but like the tone of it. Like he would put so much emojis. He had like a post where he went like on ski vacation with his family, and he was like, oh my god, we went with the kids and the dogs and stuff. And it was so sweet, so cute, and we were all looking at it like, what? What the fuck? Who are you? It was very funny to see the huge difference in persona between both him IRL and him, or at least in the school at work, and him on Instagram. It was very funny. He was also a teacher that at some point, for some reason, we were like working on our assignments and stuff in class, and then he had an interview in the middle of class. Like he brought in an interviewer and they had the interview while we were working. It was kind of like, okay, well, funky. Sounds like a Cinderella being strict and scary for the students, but in cute lifestyle. Yeah, kind of in it, kind of that energy. I just think maybe like, you know, that sometimes it's people that just like text and IRL are very different. I think it was just that, honestly, but like always surprising, you know. It's not like he was like, I don't like you, but then actually he did. Like it's just emoting and stuff, I think. Talking about that to me, that's not great. So, going to draw Neil from the Over the Game series. Neil is a little shit, but he's also a professional athlete, a college athlete, and the whole story of Over the Game is Neil is the main character, at least for the first book, because now we're in the second trilogy. It's really cool. And we follow this little guy that has many troubles. He's running from the law, he's running from his dad, he's running from a lot of people. And so he's trying to be incognito in this new life because he doesn't really have anywhere else to be. It's a very I was going to say fun. It's really fun in a way, but it's really dramatic as well. A story about college sports and gay and mafia and dark past. Everyone is so emo, but it's great. And I'm summarizing this book really badly right now. But yeah, it's basically we follow Neil through 1 year at Palmetto State University in his team, which is the Foxes, as he tries to stay incognito and undercover while still doing his dream of becoming a pro XE player, because that's been a thing for him for a while. Because that was like the one thing he liked in life and he wasn't able to do because he had to run and always be on the run. And when his mom died, he kind of had to stay on the run alone, which, you know, is harder than with someone. And when he was approached to be on the team, he first decided not to do it and then gave in. And he started to still stay sneaky and yeah. And the specificity of the team that he works that he plays for, that's a team of misfits, of only young adults that, because they're in college, of only young adults that have had really hard past and wouldn't be accepted in other teams because of their past or what happened to them or how they act and stuff. So, you know, constantly yelling at each other a lot of the time. And they play XE, which is a fictional sport, which is kind of like lacrosse, but make it 10 times more violent. In the second trilogy, we follow another character from that universe that I also really like, who's called Jean, who's French. And in some ways was kind of like the opposite of Neil, so it's kind of fun to see the parallel and stuff. Should I do the boyfriend? Yeah, I can try. I can try to do the boyfriend behind him. But yeah, it's one of a series that kind of has everything, because it has the unhingedness of everyone is like traumatized because of one thing or another. You got sports, you got romance, which I don't care about sports, but you know, there's a few exceptions. Exception 1 is this, exception 2 is Haikyuu. You got gays, you got people that speak 20 languages. Got it all. Oh yeah, I wanted to see that as well. Poing, 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 poing. It's one of those book series. Like it had the first 3 books got published in the early 2000s or 2010. I don't remember. Because the copy I have is from 2024 because they did reprints and stuff. Or rather like limited edition prints with like a specific printing house. Yeah, it doesn't say because it only says the name of the newer copy. The name, date of print of the newer copy. But I think it was like early 2010s or something. Was when it was first released, and then years and years passed with nothing. And recently, so last year, or was it the year before? No, I think it was 2024, like early 2024, Nora Sakavic came back and was like, hey, I have a second trilogy for y'all. And we are book 2 in the second trilogy. And it's a kind of book series where the book comes out, I just pause everything, read that book, and then go back to whatever I was reading afterwards. It takes me like a few days, and I'm just like, okay, let's go. I read them. It's the only book series that I read on my phone because it's the only version that we have, except for the like book crate version, which is the one that I have, that I got recently. Or like Amazon Kindles, or like ebooks in general. So I see, whatever. Or you can of course buy them on actual like Amazon, but the copies aren't that great. And also, Nora Sakavic is great because it was at the time and still is. The books on Kindle are 99 cents, less than $1. And the fact that like right now she's not at the best financial standpoint, and she knows she has the fandom to back her up and stuff, and I think she said her only like financial means right now is the books, and she still doesn't rise up the price when she's more than like she's more than allowed to. Is really cool, I think, of her. Trying him with his boyfriend, who's the goalie. Zeki is on fire. What's happening? Where do you mean, on the group chat? What do I have to go check? Put me out, please. On Twitter? Wait, what? Okay, let me go see. What's happening? Okay, I see. Okay, so that's the one, this one. What's happening on the other one? No, that's not what I wanted. This. There's no new things on here. It's on this account. It's a negative set. Wow. What am I supposed to see? Is it the fan account or is it something else that we're talking about? So I make sure. So I'm looking at the right place. Yeah, the fan account. Okay. Yeah, the 2 tweets are really cute. That's what I wanted to see. This. Are there replies? Is this what he's doing? Okay, no. Not to be like this account, that account, the other account, we can see like everything. There are 3 accounts that I can check for stuff for you. They used to be on YouTube, but now is the fan access free. Cute. But yeah, the tweets are cute. I usually look at them after stream. And the accessories, one is got from Helene, and the necklace from Helene, and the bracelets I made myself, and some are matching with Helene as well. Seems like. I don't even have a single Twitter account, you guys. You have like 4, I think. I'm going to make him PC. 5? That's 5? Ah, okay. Oh, don't feel bad, Iko. You're don't feel bad, Nan. You're allowed to don't feel bad. You're allowed to make fun of Zeki just as well as everyone else here. Hello, Iko. Oh, it's all good. But yes, hello, Iko. Yeah, you have the bullied Zeki pass exactly. Thank you, Iko. Hope you're doing well. It's a free country. God. I'm trying to get some clips to put a video together. So yesterday I rewatched a lot of fucking VODs, and a lot of times of a lot of fucking VODs. And like, there was this Keep Talking Nobody Explodes stream in French where I had 2 hours of sleep for some reason. Not surprising. Still happened, of course. And and I went, like, the amount of shit I said on that stream. And I resaw a part of it where Nan says something along the lines of you should actually be reading Zeke's mind. And I immediately go something like, I've already like muted one pink fucker, I can mute another one. And I was like, that's so violent, calm down. It's okay, you'll be fine. You'll get more sleep after stream, baby. What the fuck? I'm okay. I'm a bit sick, but I'm fine. Thank you for asking, Iko. I'm glad you're okay too. I love that face so much. I picture, you know, my guy making his face. That's how he guesses and manipulates Nan. Exactly. Was that to get votes in the polls? Thank you, Iko. But yeah, there's a few times as well when I respond to Zeki, I'm like, it's in French, so it's less violent than it would be if I was speaking English. But I'm like, still like, oh, come down, baby. Like, yes, you had very little sleep. It's okay. It's fine. So we shall see if I'm as violent on Wednesday stream, tomorrow stream. I hope not, but I don't think so. Okay. Do I have anything I need to add to this? Well, I can, yeah, but I can set with color. Okay. So yeah, don't worry about being violent, Nat. You're allowed, you got a pass. Pum, 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 pa-dum. his fucking eyes again? Because he has brown contacts, but I think he has blue eyes. Yeah. Blue-eyed stare. I love giving blue-eyed stare energy to characters with blue eyes. So it's very funny to me. God, the other day I saw, and I keep seeing the ads since because I watched it, but I saw an ad for one of those little consoles that you can connect to your tablet or your computer, depending on what software you use for drawing. Then you have all of your shortcuts and stuff on it. And usually those, like, what happens is, like, if you get a tablet for your computer, you have buttons and you can, like, do that with the buttons. But this one also works for iPad, which you don't have buttons on. And not gonna lie, I was kind of like, that looks really practical. Because you had little, like, I forgot the name, but you know, things like this that, like, rolls like that. So you can quickly change sizes for brush sizes and stuff. And, like, I've got shortcut buttons and stuff. And not gonna lie, it did look very practical. And I was like, oh, kind of want that now. For workflow. Going to make the line out darker, so that's not an issue anymore. Here we go. Up. And dark jeans. Something like that, cute. Up. And let's say bright orange. Well, I can just make the stick orange and then the tape black. That could make sense. I feel like. I know very little about sports. But yeah, that makes sense, I think. Okay. hop là. God, I'm so happy also I finished the abduction thumbnail the other day. Because I was kind of like I enjoyed doing it and I enjoy the way it looks. I'm very happy with the render and stuff, but I was kind of backpedaling me like, I don't want to do this. So I'm happy it's done and I have all of my thumbnails, because then now I can just do what I've been doing for the new games, which is just whenever there's a new game, I just do it when I take care of the thumbnail, when I take care of the VOD. So I'm happy I'm up to date, because I don't have any other, like, I'm fine with the other series that I have, like not having specific thumbnails for the rest of them. Because it's either really old ones or stuff like drawing streams and stuff, which I prefer just having the art in the thumbnail anyway, so I'm happy with having the generic ones for that. I made them for purpose. Still use them. It just made, when I was looking for clips yesterday, it just made the work slightly harder, because a lot of the thumbnails had like parts that I could recognize when I was in the game with that. But now that they're all the same thumbnail, I was like, oh no. Now it's harder to know where I am to find a specific clip. That's okay. Oh no, the consequences of my actions. make you like slightly smaller so there's space for more stuff. There you go. So you fuck, what is his last name? Justin. And Andrew Minyard. All for the game. Maybe under rather than here. Here we go. Oh, what's the game? By Nora how's that written? Sakanek. Go. Here we go. You can go there. Oh, sorry. And you can go here. Boom, boom. Okay. Up, second book. So, Oh, I could choose that, yeah. Could try do like a little scene thing for Secret History. Could be fun. Secret History is a novel by Donut Hart, which is the only novel by Donut Hart I have read so far. I have a second one on my to read list, but I haven't read it yet. And the whole concept of the book is that you follow a group of friends, but more specifically, what's his name? Give me his name. Why don't you give me his name in here? But more specifically, Richard. Here we go. But more specifically, Richard, who's a kid from a poor background who's going to a very elite university. And you follow this group of educated college kids who all take this very elite class, and Richard is the only one that's not like a rich kid, whatever. And you start the book knowing that they killed their friend. And so you get through all the book trying to understand why they did it and how they did it. And are they going to like be able to go away with no consequences? And learning about these characters and how their life is like and how Richard fits in all of this because he doesn't have the same background as them. And it is a critique on American universities and, you know, the academic world in general. It's really good. I really like it. It is one of my favorite books after all. A lot of people like say it's not that good or like anything, but I think it's because the second half of the book is weaker than the first half, to be very honest. But you know, it's the kind of book that stays with you after you've read it, and so just that, like, Because there's some books you finish them and you're like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I really liked it, but I don't know if it's like one of my favorite books of all time. And then you keep thinking about the book for like the weeks to come, and you're like, oh no, wait, it had a deep impact on me. It was one of those. And the thing is that it's really usually often compared to If We Were Villains, which is a book by Amal Rio from 2017, and the reason is because Amal Rio, let's say, took a lot of inspirations from Secret History. And a lot of people prefer If We Were Villains, but personally I find The Secret History just much better. And I don't really understand people that prefer. I mean, I have a few avenues to ponder on why, but you know, I just think this one's much better. It kind of is like the Dark Academia novel in a way. But I really want to reread it at some point. Like, I remember my thoughts on the book, and I remember what I felt like about the second half specifically, but I really want to reread it at some point to see if I still feel that way. Just so you know, I'm doing the scene compared on what I remember of the book, so it might not be. I know some parts of it aren't accurate, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, I think literally the first lines of the book is like Bunny is dead or something like that. Yeah. The snow in the mountains was melting and Bunny had been dead for several weeks before we came to understand the gravity of our situation. Like, it starts on that. So like, I guess Bunny dies. Kind of thing. I should check this. Yep. Yeah, here we go. Oh, so there's another character that I forgot about. Oh, yeah, true. Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't forget any character, and I did forget a character, so... Which, funny enough, I think that was one of my favorite characters of the book when I read it. I forgot about him. Oh no. Oh no. Beboof. Okay. Up. Here we go. Up. And the thing that's a little confusing anytime I want to talk about this book is, and for anyone I think that has read both The Secret History and If We Were Villains, is that the books are so similar, and If We Were Villains is so obviously inspired by The Secret History. But the thing is, she decided to give some of the characters the same name as the characters as in The Secret History, except not the same roles. So, for example, this guy is called Henry, but here Richard, our main character, that's the name that was given to his version, to her version of Henry in her book. So you then do switcheroos in your brain, being like, I don't remember which Richard is it, which of this character is it, which of this is it. I still don't understand that specific decision of calling the characters, some of the main characters, the same name as the characters in try to be a little bit more discreet, especially since the author is like, I never got inspired by The Secret History. I don't know what you mean. It's the same plot. It's so similar. Just say you got inspired. It's fine. You're allowed. Okay. Death happened during the winter in the snow, so. Oh, thank you, Antoine. Good night. Hope you can rest well. It's good. It's good to go to sleep early sometimes. I've been wanting to go to sleep more early these past few days, but every time when it gets to the time I'm like, oh, that would be a good time to go to sleep. Miraculously, I'm not tired anymore, and so I can't go to sleep at that time. It's great. Love my life. Always. It's always how it is, isn't it? It's like, oh, this would be the perfect time to go to sleep. I am fully awake. The twins. They are, of course, blondes. You can tell what kind of historical era the book is in when I keep making everyone wear everything brown. Muted browns and like dark blues and a few oranges. And a little bit of greys as well, of course. go, and here we go. Hopla and hopla. Okay, we just have to do a scarf. I'll do grey as well. Hopla, and then I can do the shadows. And then I'll do a little bit of rendering, and it might be good for this one. I'm very tempted here to do like the universities in the distance, but also I'm like, maybe not. Also very tempting. Okay. I don't think if I take out the, it's going to be, so let's, here. Okay. Sorry. Ugh. I had a sneeze that took me so long to get out. Blessed by the fact that I have a mic that I can tap on to mute, so I can sneeze when I need to. I like to do my A's like that from time to time. I don't know how I would usually do my A's, but still. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of more high, so okay. I'll take you out, your glances just... I don't think they fit with your image. I have of you in my head, and I don't remember if you actually have glasses. There we go. Oh. One thing. Oopsie. I wanted to give him bloody knuckles, but I forgot. It's fine. He got them. There we go. Okay. Book 2 done. Hopla. Bit of a feather. We could be together, I know. It's even better. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. I'm trying to plan a little bit in advance, wait. Okay, because if I do this here, then... No, I can do this here, okay. Then here I do a scene for that and a scene for that, and then I can do a thing. Okay, I have my plan. I have my plan in my head, it's fine. Okay, so... I need this book to check something in. Okay, give me a sec. Okay. Won't be able to find that info. That is. Here we go. Okay, yeah, the last round. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. God, rethinking of all the novels makes me want to reread them. The only one I'm fine not rereading is All for the Game series, but the reason why I'm fine not rereading it right now is because I've reread it recently. I reread it at the end of last year when I got the new edition of the books. But all the rest I pretty much want to reread. I'm so excited for Calabasas, which is going to be the new book by R.F. Kong that's going to come out next year or later this year. I don't remember. I think it's next year. But I'm really excited. I'm still slightly worried because it's going to be a fantasy book, which from R.F. Kong I've read Babel and Yellowface, and I did like Babel less than Yellowface because of the fantasy aspect of it all. But also I think it's definitely like a question of taste. And Calabasas is another fantasy novel, but also it's going to be like made with like all the knowledge she has now, so like if it's better than Babel it would make sense. And I haven't read the Puppy Wars trilogy, but I don't know if I want to read it because, once again, it's fantasy, and I don't know if I want to read that. Seeing as in Babel, like the part that I liked the least was the fantasy aspect of it. Oh, this one. Thank you. So, Yellowface. Yellowface is the story of, what's her name? June? God, I hate when they just... June Hayward, yeah, Hayward. So, of an author called June, who is friends with... She's not very popular. She had her debut novel, was okay. She didn't have that much sales and stuff. And she's still friends with an author called Athena, who she is extremely popular. And the thing is, she doesn't really understand because she doesn't think Athena is her friend. I don't remember. She's ginger, I think. In my head, she's ginger as well, so I think she's also ginger. Or we both got, like... In my head, she's ginger, but she could be, not, because of stuff that happened later in the book. Anyway. So, she is friends with this author called Athena, they were in, we both gaslit ourselves, who, she is a very well-known author, but to her, they're not really French, doesn't really understand why Athena keeps asking her for drinks and stuff. And a big, also, difference between the both of them is that Athena is Chinese and June is white. One day, when Athena's back in town, she invites June over for drinks, and they go get drinks. After they have many drinks, they go back to Athena's place, and they make pancakes, and Athena also shows her the script to her new book, which is going to be a book about Chinese workers during World War One, because as she's Chinese, she did a lot of work on her own, story, her own voices and stuff. Sadly, later in that evening, Athena dies because she, and I am not humoring anyone, she choked on a pancake. Because they were really drunk, they made food, she choked on the pancake, she dies. June calls the police, calls an ambulance, and then leaves the apartment after the help has gone. But she leaves the apartment with the script for the new book that Athena was going to publish, that no one has heard of or knew she was working on, because she was about to send it to her editor. She keeps the script and she decides to rework it. She's like, I'm doing it to help me mourn. I'm doing it for myself. I'm just doing it as a fun little thing. I haven't written in a while anyway. But then she gets from the standpoint of, well, I've rewritten it so much, it's my book at this point, and Athena would want it to be published anyways. So she sends it to editors and publishes it, and then that's where the title Yellowface works, because she has published a book that was extremely personal to a very specific part of the population as a white woman, rewrote whole parts of it from a white perspective, and she's going to have to live It's like kind of seeing someone fall into hell. Oh, thank you, Hayden. I feel like I'm struggling so much. It's kind of seeing someone fall into hell. Because as the book advances, of course, you got the guilt, you got people questioning why has her writing style in writing changed so much from her first book from this one, wondering what she's going to do next. People that are seeing similarities with Athena's work, and of course she becomes really defensive, and it's really a book about the publishing industry and racism within the publishing industry, which of course Arif Kwan, as I don't know what nationality Arif Kwan is. I think she's Chinese American. I don't know. Yeah, Chinese studies. Yeah, I think she is. She's Chinese American, so that makes sense. And it's a really, really good book about the subject. And I really, really loved it, and I fully fell in love with it when I read it, and I was like, ah. And I think it's really important to read, especially as a white person, kind of to get like in front of your own internalized racism from time to time. And seeing how quickly someone gets defensive and how quickly someone like will justify their actions to say they're allowed to do something and feel attacked by their own privilege. Like, it's a really good book about that kind of subject. You're doing super awesome. I forgot the main plot and now I'm excited again. Oh, thank you. It's also kind of a thriller book, which is very fun. But yeah. God, I forgot how to do that correctly. I forgot what the technique was to make like big chunks of text, but I can just also do like that. Yeah, we can do that up. I will want though to like Arif Khan books, because this is kind of the big thing that people say is negative about her books, is that you have to kind of like reading academic writing, because a lot of her books are always going to be about academic subjects and kind of like partly an essay on like a social issue. So you just have to be warned, if you read her book, it's going to feel like a college lecture at times. But to me, that's what makes it really fun, and they're usually my favorite parts of her books. Like, for example, a lot of people were mad that she put a lot of footnotes in Babel, because they were like, oh, she thinks her audience is stupid, which is no, she wanted to make sure people got what she meant because they're such important subjects. But yeah. And also she did a very kind of, I think, funny thing with the character of Athena in the books, because Athena is very clearly supposed to be a satire of herself, which I think is very cool. No, that's yes. Helene? Don't know if you're still in there. Helene! Welcome back, Zuki. Yeah, you missed an eye. You went Helene. Helen. How dare you almost trip on a Fura, though? On a ferret. Be more careful. Yeah, be more careful. You should be able to preview when one's going to run across the street. Don't worry, Lynn. You were texting? Yeah, so it's definitely your fault. For Francis, I'm like, I was going to type it, but I was like, actually, I could just say it out loud. For Francis Bacon, because you said you didn't know him. The one very famous painting you might have seen, I'm not saying, of course, that you've seen it 1,000%, but like, you might have seen it to give you an idea of like what kind of painter that is. Because you were saying you didn't know who that was in chat. He did a painting of the Pope on an electric chair. And that one's very famous. And it's like very... a lot. It's kind of like a visual... oh! It's kind of like a visual hyperstimulus. Don't think you have seen it? Okay. Because I was like, if you've seen one thing from him, it would have been this one, if that makes sense. So I was like, if you've seen that kind of painting, that's him. If you've not, it's fine, of course. You'll go find it? Yeah. Which also based to do that kind of painting. But yeah, Francis Bacon is beloved from a lot of people in the art community. For good reason, his work is really cool. No wonder Tiki loves disco. Exactly. You perfectly summed up the vibes. It's very Disco Elysium. That's very true. It is very Disco Elysium. His painting style is very true. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, when they made Disco Elysium in the inspiration stuff, like mood boards and stuff they did, there was a lot of Francis Bacon. I really wouldn't be surprised. That would make a lot of sense. Still Samurai. Also, yesterday with ZK, we continued Ace Attorney, and we're going to do more Ace Attorney on Thursday, and I'm very excited. Because next case, you're finally going to meet fucking, like, for the amount of time I've been talking to him, about him to you, you're finally going to meet Clavier, which I'm very excited about. And you're going to talk more to Trucy, which I'm also very excited about, because the little bit that you got of Trucy is not really representative of who she is, obviously. As a character. But you finished the first Apple Justice case. How did you feel about it? Did you like it? Did you like this first case? I'm guessing yes, because we wouldn't be asking for 2 sessions if not, but Christoph gave it, huh? It is like a big, good start to a game. Like, you've been following Phoenix Wright for 3 games. You start this one, he's not a lawyer anymore. He had a toxic yaoi situationship with with a weird guy. You liked it? Nice. I had a realization yesterday when I was thinking about it, about who replaces Gumshoe in the second trilogy, and that made me so fucking happy. Because I forgot, like, I didn't realize that was kind of like the parallel, and it filled my heart with joy. Very much good amount of bringing characters back so that you don't feel like completely out of depth. Yeah, for sure. Agreed. Next case is very funky. I could say that about a lot of cases, honestly. It is very funky. Because then, yeah, that case is that. Then the case afterwards is... I forget. Oh yeah, the case afterwards I really like, even though it's cursed because it's a 3rd case. And then case 4 and 5, obviously, my beloveds. I don't remember if there's 4 or 5 cases, but... you know. You will find there are many other mirrors in that in that next case, obviously, of course, as always. It's probably the simplest drawing I'm going to do for the entire thing, but since I insist on doing the text like this, it's taking me so fucking long. That's called having convictions. I hope that there are people that play Ace Attorney, especially this specific Ace Attorney game, because then in 5 and 6 it's not they level up visuals wise, but I hope people play Ace Attorney 4, don't realize that the game came out in 2008, and just like have the wonder of seeing that those 3D was like, I downloaded Blender two days ago and decided to make a game with its graphics for some of the parts, because it's so good, so fun. Because yesterday, the amount of times me and Dick screamed at an average 3D guy rotating a room is like slightly concerning. The joy it brings, the joy it brings. Like, I want someone to not have the context of the game is from 2008 and just think it's from 2024 because that's when the PC version came out, and like boot it up and see the 3D from 2008 and be like, huh? What? You know, Zeke, it would be really fun if you got rebuffed, because then we could say you're a himbo. You need to get back on your push-ups. Don't mind the people screaming outside. It's fine. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I think someone hurt themselves, but their friends are laughing, so I think it's fine. Yeah, he yelled really loudly. I think he dropped something on his foot or something, because like I heard a boomp and then aye. So I think that was that. Oh, that was your outside. Yeah. Did you think it was at yours? That's not on my window. There's a small possibility glimpse of it being in both. Two guys got hurt and yelled outside their windows. There's a small possibility. Because like I said, it's too warm in my room, so the windows are open. Two guys got hurt. What did it? No, Dicky, no. Did you really understand something else? The two of you, I swear to God. What did you... Wait, DM me, because I'm guessing it's not twitchable. tell me what you heard, because I genuinely like don't remember what exact word I used. So like, I don't know what the innuendo could have been. Or like, same hearing. Ah, to guys hard. Okay. What am I going to do with your... No, you make it hard sometimes. Well, at least Nan heard it correctly, thankfully. Because yummy food. Oh, God. I really gotta marry Poppins, my friends. You gotta marry your friends to each other. First of all, I don't have the authority to do that. Second of all, no. Third of all, I don't think anyone wants to marry you. No, I'm not. Listen, I did 3 years of religious school. I don't need to do more. Marriage is summer. Find someone to marry and someone to marry you and do that. Have fun. I am not how would I be qualified? Movie trailer voice. This summer. Already. Why was that your conclusion? See, healing doesn't want it. It's always my conclusion. God. Something happened circa 2024 or 2023 and someone put worms in your brain and they've been eating at it ever since. The voices / pause. God. To be fair, we did do fake like engagement photo shoot for Juno and Algernon last time. That was a friend meetup. They've turned him to Arrow to Loverboy. Truly. Truly, truly, truly. Thankfully, I'm still here to make sure we got representation of the spectrum in the friend group. In general. Over there. We should like cross off everything we haven't collected, the ones we are missing. That could be funny. We have quite a few though. And we could even have some that we don't suspect, so. We do exactly. You got the fucking Avengers of the LGBTQ. We have some that we do not. We have? Huh? Let me rewrite that. Do you know we have? Oh yeah. There's some we definitely don't have some. Here we go. Okay. So I wanted to do like a free kind of yes. So let's do just this. Here we go. Here we go. That's what I want to do. Go. So I want one for the Lockdown trilogy, trilogy series, one for Star Sea, and one for This Is How You Lose the Time War. So I'm going to do the Lockdown, Star Sea, and This Is How You Lose the Time War. God, what an acronym. Here we go. Now the question is, do I do my people or do I do a character? People know. No. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Ah, sorry. No, I'm going to do this. Rather than this. Ooh, that's a cool design. Very cool. Okay, anyways. Oops. Because if I do my Bibu, we're going to have too many characters that look the same on this page. I mean, she's also Bibu, she's just less Bibu. Same thing. The thing that makes me laugh is like I've seen people be like red flag from the Locktomb fandom being obsessed. Your favorite character of the book is a man, except for this character. I'm like, that's my guy. So, the Locktomb series is a series of 4 books. Right now, 3 are out. And it's a story of... Basically, we live in a sci-fi universe in which there are different houses. Houses are on different planets, and they are all governed by a god, who's a guy that exists, that we know exists. And he has different houses, and each house has... So he is god, but he's also called the Emperor of the 9 houses, because there's 9 houses. And he has his saints under him, and of course in each house you have, I forgot what names they actually call them, but we basically have head of houses, which are religious title, and the cavalier to take care of them, and they are all necromancers, and they also all live in space. And that's why this book is often summarized as lesbian necromancers in space. The plot starts in Gideon the Ninth, when Gideon, very buff young woman, decides to leave the 9th house. She's been trying to leave the house for a very long time and not succeeding. And Harrow, so she is the reverend daughter of the 9th house, so kind of the one in charge. Her parents are in charge, she's their daughter, obviously, comes to get her because they've gotten a letter from the Cannon House, which is kind of like the HQ of the entire operation, and basically they've been told, hey, bring the head of your houses with their cavaliers at this time, at this hour. And so it's kind of sus, and so they want to make Gideon a cavalier for Harrow, and she accepts because she kind of doesn't have a choice. She doesn't want to, but she kind of has to, because Harrow and Gideon have a kind of rival relationship, as they've always kind of had that relationship growing up. And basically when they get there, people keep dying, and it's weird because it's a house full of extremely powerful necromancers, so why does everyone keep dying? And they will try to get the mystery of why and understand what's happening. This is a very short summary of what happens in the book, because basically the issue with these books is that you kind of can't summarize the series, because I've read 2 books, and if I were to try to tease you the second book, it would feel like I was teasing you entire different series because of everything that happens. You have to be ready though that the book is quite can be quite gruesome at times, because once again it's about necromancers, so you get kind of description, and especially bone necromancers, so they take bones and they can form stuff out of bones and stuff. At least that's Harrow's thing. It depends on like which person you follow. But yes. It's a really cool book. It's a really good book. I don't know a single person that hasn't given it a try, that hasn't fallen in love with it, honestly. It just, you gotta keep your brain on for a little bit of it. I'm giving her the outfit that's been given to her on the cover of the book. Specifically. Needs an arm too long. It's proportionate, so I just need to make it smaller like this. There you go. And honestly, I can only... I mean, she's writing for Love, Death and Robots, so it's clearly not like a sign of bad writing, but I really, really applaud the author, because from book 1 to book 2, we go from Gideon's POV, from Harrow's POV, and the tone they both have could not be more different, and both books are amazing and really well written. And it's really impressive, I think, to have an author that's able to write in such different tones so incredibly well both times. And even more because we have the third book, which is also a very, very, very different character as a main character. I kind of got spoiled some stuff about it, and I'm a bit pissed about it, but it's fine, because people don't put spoiler warnings when they do fan art and shit. And the fandom of this book series is very, very active. just leave it like that. Fine. I like to do a thing for people that know. Usually. There you go. This fandom though has so many incredible artists. Like the quality of fan art you get is so good, and people have so much fun because a lot of it is very religious iconography. So people have a lot of fun for the outfits and stuff, designing everything, imagining what it would look like. Let's here I'm just doing the outfit she has on the cover of the book, but she has a whole like nun kind of outfit energy, so people go ham with that and make it so extra. It's gorgeous. Go. So, I got this start to see. There we go. I was trying to not make it too complicated. This phone's ringing outside. Yeah, I think there might have been a movie or something. So this I see. First of all, like, is a book by an author that has only written 2 books, because she takes so long writing her books that when you read her books it makes a lot of sense why she takes so long writing her books. Because everything is so a story within a story within a story within a story, but that's so good. And also you really see, like, to me you can really see the gap in quality and just in like writing and stuff in between the first and second book she wrote. So I'm like, ooh, makes sense. So, the Star Sea is the putain, go away. The story of Zachary Rollins, or Zachary Ezra Rollins, which is a computer student at university, and he's a book nerd. He loves to go and get books from the library, and one day he goes to his campus library and gets another book, and he realized something really weird, is that within the book there is a story of him as a child that happened to him, and he's sure of it, and it's really weird. And basically just realizing that is going to start a chain of events of people looking for the book, of people then looking for him because he has the book, and all of that slight chain reaction that's going to change his life, because basically when he was a child he saw a door in the street, like tagged, painted over a wall, and he almost tried to open it. He almost humored the door and tried to open it, and he didn't do it. Except he could have, he should have, because if he had done it, then he would have gotten himself into the Starless Sea. The Starless Sea is a place where you have a big library with thousands and thousands of books. It used to be a place with lots of parties and lots of people that came for different reasons to study or to just admire the place. But it was always a secret place. It was always kept on the key, kind of. And there are people now that want to destroy that place, and Zachary realizes it, and it's going to try to stop them with the help of the people from there and a few other people he meets along the way. So yeah. And when I read the book, honestly, the library is a way to describe it. In front of the stars and stuff, that's like, is it just, I don't remember if it has like a specific name. I don't even remember if it has the library specifically has a name in the book. It's a kind of book where people like people Google what the ending means. And like Google a lot of questions about the book instead of just kind of letting it be. Okay, I don't think it has I can't find anything. I'm going to look for it for like 20 minutes. But basically it's a big library that they have in the book. Like when I was reading it, I was like, that's my dream place. I want to live there, please. I would like to be like transported there and never have to leave. That'd be great. Okay, it's a big library filled with books, obviously, that you can like take in and stuff. It's kind of a labyrinth place. And it has cats. It has lots of cats. It's great. So you can just like sit somewhere, take a book, read for a while, and have a kitty like come cuddle. like when I drew the first place in the nest, so like the first background stuff I had, the room, I definitely kind of wanted a stylistic vibe to it as well. Kind of that energy. Okay. Be right back. Hi, Sunny. Hello. I'm doing okay. Just a little sick. It's fine. I'm getting over a cold. I'm glad you're doing alright. Need to make some brown. Yeah. Oh no, not sick. Yeah. It fell on me last week. Oh, yeah. That's okay. It's mostly I've been mostly getting the, you're not really sick anymore, but you kinda are part of the sickness. Which isn't the worst, but still quite annoying. It's okay. Doing my spread with favorite book stuff on it, so it's good. I've done 4 books so far. Still got 2 to go. Have you managed to master your printer yet? I've seen you printed a bunch of stuff already. I don't know if it's a bunch, but like a few stuff already. It looked good, it looked nice. This is sorta. I did get a felt print, but that was my bad. It's learning, I was trying to cheat the system. Valid. I mean, that's how you know what you can like shortcut and not shortcut on. It's like you gotta try. Now you know. This time she did me instead. Ugh, happens. So now I know lol. Yeah, exactly. Love your new PNG, but it's super cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sunny. Yeah. It's been very fun to be able to do art of it a bunch. Makes me wonder what we're gonna see with them. Ah, that'd be cute. Yeah, one day when you're not too busy. Yeah, that'd be really cute. Oh my god, yes. If you need anything, I have all of the like references and stuff. All of the visuals I've put in the Discord on the Nest Visual channel. I really need to upgrade my portfolio though. Update my portfolio to put all of the new stuff in. I have that to put in, and I have all of the thumbnail art I did. Like, I want to do a little section that's like thumbnail art for YouTube thumbnails. Yeah, let me know. Hehe. It's always so tiring to upgrade the portfolio, update the portfolio, but it needs to be done from time to time. Yeah, better. Go. Because there were two, yeah, I'm continuing a thought I finished like 2 minutes ago. Because there were two job stuff that were like for YouTube thumbnails that I did recently. Not that I did, that I applied for recently. And I realized I was like, oh, here's my portfolio. But also, if you want the thumbnails that I've done, here is the link. So I was like, I need to do a section in my portfolio for that. When you do that kind of thing and you're filling in something that isn't a pattern but needs like a bunch of different colors and stuff, the really hard part is not looking at an actual pattern, not repeating schemes, because it's supposed to be chaotic. It's supposed to have like a bunch of different books, no rhyme or reason. They're not supposed to be like placed by a certain thing, so you need to make sure you're not making like it looks pretty and like the color stuff works, but also there's no like pattern. Like for example, I don't put black, brown, blue also everywhere as an order. That sometimes I have two books touching each other that are the same color. that thin or big books don't have like automatically the same color, stuff like that. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, no worries, Sunny. Welcome back. I'll do. That will do. Oh, there's this opening too also. Little B, okay. Go. Hopla. And now the last one. Oh yes, they're doing a new printing of it as well. It's going to be a hardcover. That's so pretty for How You Lose the Time War. Also, I just realized, except for Yellowface, they're all very queer books. Yay. I mean, it might be because I almost refuse to read books that are not queer, but you know.
There's a knock on the door. Now all your stuff is here in boxes on the floor. You open up a box, there is so much to do. I open up my heart, this is now a home for two. Houseplant brightens up the dreary windowsill. Your blanket keeps us warm in the evening chill. We pull your favorite mug out of the packing foam, stick magnets on the fridge, and we make this house a home.
Also, so this is How You Lose the Time War. I just realized I was drawing out. I didn't do the summary of the book. So, this book is an epistolar book, which means it's a book made of letters. And you're basically reading the correspondence of Red and Blue, which are two agents in a time war, both on opposite sides, as they basically try to catch each other and slowly fall in love. And it's a really, really beautiful story. It's an expert show of storytelling as well, because you're only learning through the world and through what's happening through those letters, and you still get like a really good picture of what that's like. And it's honestly the most beautiful romance book I've read, and I fucking love it so much. If you're currently on Twitter, you also might have seen people talk about this book because of the post from an account that mostly posts about Trigun, the anime, that talked about this book and it exploded. And now there's a whole internet meme about this book and the anime Trigun. Specifically the character that was in the profile picture of the person that did that post. That was like, everyone go read this book. It will change your life. Don't ask a question, just go read the book. And I very much agree. Divisé par 2. 13,5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13,5, c'est là. Voilà. Try to find the center. Should be somewhere around there. Go. Also, the reason I'm going to draw them red and blue is because in the book, that's their name. One is called red, one is called blue, and they call each other at least those names. I don't remember if it's their actual names or if it's code names, but yeah. There's a whole thing about color. It's really beautiful. So I have to work on so many things. Can't help. Oh, I wish I could. What do you have to do still? Have to finish 2 models, its backgrounds. I was going to finish a comic strip at Thing 2, 4 panels, also have a postcard printed. Ugh. Yeah, it's quite a bit. You can do it, little by little. I believe in you. There's other things but not as pressing right now, I think. Yeah. Like the urgent to-do list kind of thing. Yeah, I know. Sorry, it's so overwhelming, everything and stuff. I'm in a weird space right now where for so long I was like, oh, let me prioritize specifically redoing my entire like stream thing. Let's kind of ignore everything else. And now that I'm done with it, I kind of have like 12 stuff that nothing is urgent, but I have to choose what I prioritize and what I work on first, and that's very like, what do I do? Energy. Have to finish it. I mean, I have to finish an animated commission, but you know. Wow. I know. Because, like, I have to get back to doing my comic. That'd be great. That'd be great if I did more for that. I have a TTRPG campaign idea I want to work on as well. That could be fun for friends that I could do or not do on stream, depending on what the friends feel like. Then like the just in general continuing to do stuff. Also, I'm sure I put for you look great when you update it. Oh, thank you, very sweet. Yeah, I need to do that as well. I forgot. Fuck. Oh, I need to do that because basically I was going to do that yesterday, or at least start working on that yesterday, but then I started to look for clips for because it's almost 1 year of streaming, so I was looking for clips to do a little like video for it. And I did that all of yesterday evening. Night until the crack of dawn, or what people call morning. And I rewatched a bunch of VODs and I skimmed through a bunch of others and stuff. doing that. So it took a while, and I'm not done. I have a list of clips, and I'm like going to start with it. I'm going to do my skeleton with it, and just to see how long it's going to be, just that. And but I'm pretty sure I will need more clips, and then I'll go get more clips when I need, because then the other clips I'll need to actually rewatch entire VODs, or like skim into them like good to try to get stuff. And then do the edit. Thanks to Zeke, though, I haven't abandoned that idea, because I wanted to do clips on YouTube on my VODs for that, and I realized that you can't really do clips on YouTube. I mean, you can, but you can't download them if you don't have YouTube Premium, and I'm not paying for YouTube Premium. And then Zeke was like, you can just screen record, right? And I was like, huh, true. So I'm doing that. Which is also so much quicker and more practical to do that. Ok, hop là. Here we go. And this. Yeah. Oh no, okay. Up. And here we go, we have the favorite books page. Boodoo. So, we have the All for the Game series by Nora Sakavic. We have Yellowface by R.F. Kwan. We have The Secret History by Janet Hart. The Loctum series by Tamsin Muir. The Starsea by Erin Morgenstern. And This Is How You Lose a Time War by Max Gladstone and Amal El Mutal. There we go. Yay, yay. Now it's time for another poll. Let me get this code up. And move my water bottle so it's not in the way. Where is it? Film Tuesday, here we go. So, up. Let me get my notebook. Oh god. With all my books on my desk, it is so crowded in here. Hopla. So, favorite books done. Now, new one. What theme for next week's sketchbook? Spread. We're going to have this. Put up. Okay. We're going to have this one. We're going to have. This is going to be This is going to be a random themes one, not random themes, but you know, different stuff. Here we go. Okay, so it's going to be in between the 4 Juno spread, X-Men. Oh, I should specify X-Men movies. My favorite mangas. And studies of my favorite artist from history. You have 1 week. Let's go. I think that one will be an obvious. I think that one won't be too hard for people to choose from. Since people have been complaining that I've been doing choices that are a bit too hard, here you go. Okay. So, hopla. Copy. And we paste it onto the actual thing. Give it a second. Add, paste. Here we go. And this will be page 18. Here we go. Not next week, obviously, because next week is the inverted rain. Immediately freeway split me. It's going to be an easy choose. The people, no. Okay. I think I'll be fine though once more people vote, but it's fine. I think though, not next week because, like I said, like you already have your vote for next week. But the week after, I might redo a food one because it'll be 3 weeks in between, like I did here, between the 2 food ones. So I think it'll be good. Because for food, we still have favorite sweet/cakes, favorite viennoiserie, and favorite snacks that work. basically that works. And favorite candy if I want to do it like a full way, which I'll probably do. But yeah, up. Starting to have a filled notebook. I don't know how many more weeks I'm going to do. Probably, we still have quite a few things overall, but I'm probably not going to do every single one that I have in my list, to be honest. I have quite a few I know I want to do before I'm done with it, but you know. Yeah. Okay. So, planning. Where did I put it? Up. Oh, it's not on here. It's on the other one. It's fine. I can just do this, this, and should be in here. Here, schedule. Okay. Let me reshape that a little bit. Up. Here we go. Okay. So, tomorrow we have to keep talking about the explosive Zeke in French, of course. We're going to continue the hellscape of screaming at each other in French. It's going to be fun. Off day on Thursday, as always. Our time on Friday. It's going to be the suggestion stream. So if you have any suggestions, put them in the suggestion channel into Discord, and I'll draw them. You can also keep them for when I draw. And just ask in chat when that happens. But if you ask them beforehand, it's easier for me because then I can look up references. Very excited to see the new Zeke PNG. I'm very happy with the new Zeke PNG. It might be my favorite of the whole because I did like little fun things on it. But yeah. Continuing Return of the Obra on Saturday and co-working on Sunday as always. Here we go. But yeah, I'll post, of course. Fun week ahead. Yes, hi Helene. Rip Zeke. Zeke died. Or Zeke will die again. Zeke heavy week because I'm playing Ace Attorney with him on Monday and Thursday, and I'm forcing him to also spend time with me on Wednesday to do the bomb defusing. But yes, anyway, I'll post this on the Discord in the art channel as always. I'll be going now. Thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you tomorrow for diffusing bomb time in French. Bye bye.